Hello, welcome to another Looney Tunes review video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to follow my journey to review all 1000 classic Looney Tunes shorts, and give this video a like as well. So this is a review for Strife with Father, and with me today is someone who's not my father, it's SC McPeter. Say hi!
Oh, no.
He's not going to talk for the rest of the review, he's just going to be too bashful to talk. But in any case, this is Strife with Father, released on the 1st of April 1950. It had a Blue Ribbon reissue sometime in the early 60s. It's the 585th in the series, and it's directed by Bob McKimson. You can find this beautiful restoration on the Looney Tunes Platinum Collection Volume 2 Blu-ray set, which has all the Beaky shorts in there, all fully restored. Now, if you haven't seen this one, because you may not have the actual Blu-ray set, you can always click my link below to buy that, of course. But an egg gets abandoned to these two upper crust parents. They end up hatching the egg, and out comes Beaky, who ends up growing up being, of course, Beaky, and father ends up taking Beaky to try and capture a chicken, and as you can imagine with Beaky's intelligence, things don't go quite so well.
Where did Papa go? We won't catch any chickens if when you fool around like this.
As for the trivia, so this is the last Beaky Buzzard short of the Golden Age, and it's the only one directed by Bob McKimson. Now, unlike the previous one in Lions Busy, which was directed by Chris Freeling, in this one, McKimson had actually animated in shorts featuring the character, so the two that were done by Bob Clampett. And if I'm being honest, we're better than this one, but we'll get into that in a few moments. The title is a play on the 1947 film Life with Father, and as always, it has nothing to do with said film. And the father, who is actually voiced by Ted Pierce, and I can hear that it's Ted Pierce if I am wrong, which I doubt, but if I'm wrong here, let me know. But in any case, the father here is a parody of the actor Ronald Colman, so basically he was an English actor around that time, and he was in films like Prison of Zenda and things like that. So, as for the cartoon itself, well, this one is probably more interesting as a curiosity, because it's quite clear Beaky was Clampett's character, and it looks as though Frizz and McKimson were basically made to use this character.
Yeah, these two were basically done at the request of management because the character was still active and say, like, the merchandising and comic books. He was still a character they were plugging, but they weren't using him. I think that they also... did they reissue the Bassful Buzzard around this time, or was that later?
I'm not sure, but I know that, yeah, both of these shorts, it's so weird that you have two different Beaky Buzzard shorts done by two different directors released almost around the same time. It's a really weird timing thing.
Yeah, it looks like it was reissued a little bit later, which probably helped in keeping the character active, because I think the Blue Ribbons were actually pretty popular as well.
They were. Although, it's weird seeing a really bad cartoon given a Blue Ribbon reissue as though it's like a prestige cartoon when it wasn't. But anyway, that's another discussion.
Bashful is pretty good, though.
Yeah. But at least, yeah, but Strife with Father, well, yeah, we'll discuss it right now, I think. Alright, and I'm trying to keep positive about it too. But at least in this one, compared to the Lions Busy, Beaky is more like the Clampett version. The very bashful and, of course, very lovable, dumb character that he's known for, versus Lions Busy, which he was a bit more smarter, and the Lion was a lot more dumber, which is such a weird thing. But at least we got that. I love the type of parents that we see, you know, the whole upper crusting, including the monocule. You know, you gotta love that. You know, nothing says upper crust in a monocule. And yet I've never seen one in real life wear a monocule, so go figure. I guess it's just an invention of of Hollywood. But anyway, a few bits I liked. You know, I liked how Beaky says,
Papa.
In fact, Mel Blanc, yes, as you pointed out to me before we started recording, he sounds a lot like a really dumb version of Cecil. But to be fair, he took over the character. He wasn't his character to begin with, and he does the best with what was, you know, given to him.
Yeah, well, yeah. Kent Rogers Kent Rogers was long gone at this point. They really should have had Stan Freberg doing it, because Stan kind of took over those dumb characters that Kent was very good at so well.
So I think he would have done a really good job. Maybe he just wasn't available, or maybe McKimson just didn't care. He was perhaps made to make this one. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's all speculation.
I think they were just kind of forced to put Beaky in two more cartoons. It's really kind of obvious if you think about it. Especially since he doesn't fit in the Lions Busy in this one. It just feels odd to have Beaky of all characters show up, but it isn't the worst cartoon ever made. I think it is rather funny, and I like it. Just not as much as others, though.
Exactly. And I like the added touch, like at the breakfast scene where, the mother's saying, hey, bond with your boy kind of thing. And you have the father making that noose nearby. It's just a nice little dark joke there.
Teach him to snare a barnyard fowl.
Very well. I'll do it for you, Gwendolyn, old girl.
Good old Monty. A bit of all right.
But the best part of the cartoon has to be the whole thing about trying to get his son to catch a chicken. And just how stupid Beaky is in this one. And those are the bits that made me laugh the most. Especially okay, wait till I say okay, and then smack straight away. It's like, wait till I give the word. And yeah, it's, those are the gags I definitely enjoy with Beaky just not getting what the instructions actually are. And how extreme it gets.
Don't swing the mallet until I give you the word. When I say okay, you swing. Remember, wait until I say okay. Well, we'll try again. Don't swing the mallet until the chicken chap comes out and I say okay. Remember.
Okay, give it to him! Give it to him!
This grenade ought to stir things up a bit.
What's the end game there? Just, blow up the chickens and get some of the carcass? I don't know, but anyway, that's...
I think this one also has the great quote of, "Gosh, Beaky, what makes you so incredibly stupid?"
Yes.
Beaky, what makes you so incredibly stupid?
Ooh, shucks. I get around.
But it's interesting in the beginning, though, that shady character whom we never actually see again, getting rid of the egg. How did they know that Beaky was just going to be this dumb character anyway?
I really thought it was just like a cuckoo bird, but cuckoos don't do that. They get rid of another bird.
Yeah, exactly. So, and it's a buzzard anyways as well. It's like, oh, look, we shouldn't overthink these things, but you know what? I just think it's just a weird little opening. It's like, well, it's like
to me, this seems like a film McKimson was making to star like a cuckoo bird, but then they just changed it because of management idea.
Could be. I reckon if they had maybe another new character or something instead of Beaky, maybe. I don't know. But
it would have made this makes a fine one-off. It's just odd to have Beaky in it. It really would have just kind of been more labeled as unremarkable if we didn't have Beaky in this. But it's still a fine cartoon, honestly.
But one thing I want people to explain to me is why was there a key for that tree? I just thought that was just one of those weird gags that just came out of nowhere. It's like, oh, okay, he's got a key under the grass. Like you would probably have a key under the floor mat of some kind, but do people really do that in real life? I don't even know, but anyway, I haven't heard of it happening here at least, but anyway, you can let me know in the comments if you used to do that or not. Alrighty, so as for the rating, look, I'm going to give it 6.5 out of 10. It has its few bright spots, and as you mentioned, and rightfully so, this is not the worst thing I've seen. It's adequate, it's fine, maybe laugh a few times, but it's just average, especially when you compare it to all the other stuff that's come out, not only in 49, but also 1950s. So, yeah.
1950s is one of the strongest years they really did.
Yeah, and this is one of the weakest ones. But the animation's really good. So that's another positive. I really like it. So, at least, hey, if McKimson indeed was, I guess, forced to make this one, at least he did his best and it still looked good, yeah. So, what would you rate this one?
I'd give it a 7. I'll be kind. Not offensive, it's just not that remarkable.
Exactly. But we can now say bye-bye to Beaky Buzzard. I mean, also let me know in the comments which one of the 4 Beaky shorts is your favourite. Me, I think the second Clampett's probably my favourite. But anyway, you can let me know. I mean, which one of the 4 is your favourite? The first one, second, and I don't want to say third or fourth.
I like Bashful Buzzard a little bit more than the Bugs one. I mean, Beaky was kind of a character that could have held his own, but Kent Rogers passed away and Clampett left, so nobody really cared anymore about Beaky.
And I think those first 2 shorts, if you want to watch a great Beaky short, watch those. I mean, the first one I'm not a massive fan of, and it's not a bad short, I just think it just has some weird timing issues, that sort of stuff. But hey, great animation. At least all 4 of them have great animation in them, so there you go. But we'll wrap it up here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, take care.
That's all, folks.
Beaky, quickly, give me that, quickly. I learned learned that in London, Beaky, during the Blitz. That way, no one gets hurt.
If I were king...
That's no king, that's Monte.